I want to get back to the Pennsylvania race between Republican Rick Saccone and Democrat Connor Lamb. Still too close to call officially, although Lamb has declared himself to be the winner. Ed Rendell is with us. He's a former governor of the great state of Pennsylvania. Governor, welcome back to the program. It's good to see you again, sir.
Nice to be back.
We love to have Democrats on the show. Can't get many of them on, but I've got one question for you. What's wrong with Trump's growth plan?
Well, there are certain elements of it that are good, but there are certain elements of it that are bad. What it does to the deficit and the debt, the national debt, is tragic, and it's going to have long-term consequences that are going to eat away and erode.
Governor, forgive me for jumping in like
this.
Governor, what did you say when the Democrat administration of President Obama was running the debt from $10 trillion to $20 trillion in 8 years?
I said the same thing. I don't know if you know, but Judge Gregg and I had something called a campaign to fix the debt, and we decry anything that is unpaid for, anything that causes the debt to grow.
Okay.
We were strong supporters. I was a strong supporter of Simpson-Bowles, which was a really bipartisan plan to do something about the debt, which never got enacted.
I did see the Democrats' plan, their own tax plan, which they released last week. They would raise the tax on upper-income earners. They would raise the tax on businesses. They'd bring back the alternative minimum tax. And there's one other thing that they would do, which escapes me at the moment. It was another tax. And they would use that money not to bring down the deficit, but to spend on social programs.
No, basically that money would go to spend on infrastructure, long-term investments that are absolutely desperately needed by this country. And, you know, there's a difference between spending, like for food stamps, and investing in infrastructure. I tell people the Hoover Dam was constructed and built with government money in 1930. It's 90 years later, and it's still providing a benefit to us. So we need to invest in our infrastructure. It is a positive thing for the economy. Everyone agrees with that, and we haven't done it. And that would have been on my list, number one, ahead of a tax cut.
Do you approve of the president's policies, but disapprove of the president's persona and his way of running the government?
Well, I certainly disapprove of his persona and his way of running the government. And some of his policies I agree with and some I disagree with. For example, on tariffs, when I was governor, I testified before a commission that had a right to impose a quota against the Chinese for dumping steel pipe into America at a subsidized price that was only destined to do one thing, and that's to drive our steel pipe manufacturing out of business. And we eventually got a quota finally dropped during the Obama administration, but it took too long, and Pennsylvania lost 3,000 jobs.
Yeah.
What I think the president did right was imposing a tariff, but what he did wrong is impose it across the board. Tariffs should only be imposed against wrongdoers. The Chinese are a wrongdoer. We should put tariffs and quotas on Chinese ability to come into this country and drive American jobs out. But why would we put a tariff against the Canadians or the Europeans or the Brazilians? It makes no sense at all.
Governor, it was great to see you back on our air. Welcome back. Good to see you, sir, and I hope you can come back and visit us soon. We appreciate it. Thank you.
You don't want to talk about Pennsylvania 18?
No. I haven't got the time. I've got to run a commercial. You know how it is. I've got to make some money, Governor. I live in New Jersey. I need to make some money. Thanks very much indeed, Governor. You're a good man. Thank you, sir.